So it looks like you saved this out of Word using PDF-A, which was a good choice. So, well, Word or whatever PDF generator this was. Let's see, description. Yeah, Word. So that was good. Thank you for doing that. So we'll go ahead and enable editing. And what I had done originally was to use some custom in focus stuff, but if we look at the convert color from the print production tools, we can safely assume that everything is going to be RGB to CMYK. So the first thing to look at is your preferences under color management. And in this case, yours is going to be sRGB. And I had installed, well, I have a number of ICC profiles installed, but you can find out how to do that. All of these profiles are freely available from various websites. Some of these, I believe, are actually included with Acrobat Pro. So I'm going to use Fogra 39. That's a pretty standard profile all throughout the United States and Europe. So it should be reliably useful for whomever is printing. And grayscale, black ink. You can use dot gain gray gamma 2.2 because that's what Windows uses. Which is probably where this PDF came from. And the engine is going to be the Adobe Color Engine. So, I mean, we could use the Adobe CMM, but it's best to use the Adobe one. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And if we look at Output Preview, because you say this is a PDF-A, everything's intended for RGB. So ultimately what we'll do is convert this to CMYK, to Fogra 39, and this is basically what it's going to look like. That's going to be your black plate, which is kind of a thin black, and then that's going to be your CMY. So let's see what happens when we convert the colors. We'll use any objects, text, image, line art, etc. We'll just use any. And we'll just pick any RGB. And we will convert to a profile. And we will convert to, let's do Fogra 39. And let's, well, we don't need this one. We can leave that where it is. So let's preserve black, promote gray to CMYK, and preserve primaries. And we'll embed, yeah, we'll go ahead and leave that there and hit OK. And if we look at Output Preview again, our Fogra 39, you can see that we've got our CMY elements there, and all of our type is on the black plate. So if we use In Focus to take a look at this, let's just double check the work. And now it says it's CMYK. That's exactly what we want. This black is actually black, so that's good. And that is, well, that's all CMYK also. So that's basically what I did. Went to, oops, not Output Preview, went to the Convert Color and to the Color Management. So just to go back to Color Management, this is what I had mine set up to. I think this best simulates what it is that a PC user would use. And this is sRGB is actually the color space that Windows uses. and Word relies on Windows, so everything is done in sRGB, which is why everybody hates Office applications, because Office applications are all RGB. So once we have this nailed down, and we do the convert color, where we tell it to convert to our destination color space, because we know the color we're coming from, which is RGB, and we're going to CMYK, which is this, and we give Acrobat some rules about how to deal with black colors, we hit OK, then everything gets converted as it's intended to. So that's basically what you would do with your copy of Acrobat. So if we go back to this and we enable editing, let's do convert, double check something here, conversion profile. Yeah, okay. So there's that. Now what I had done with Pit Stop is I used what's called a device link profile. And this device link profile is a really smart way of converting colors, because these device link profiles can have special logic built in, much like what we did when we said preserve black objects and promote blacks to grays and all of those things. Device link profiles are also capable of doing that in a bit of a smarter way than just the way Acrobat Pro does it. But one of the interesting things that you can do with device link profiles is when I convert this, just like we did, to, well, we'll do it to Grackle 39 or Grackle 29. So let's look at Grackle 2006, convert, turn those on, any object, anything like that, hit OK. So there, our color conversion is done. So let's look at this one, and we'll look at my downloads, and we'll look at your other PDF that I had sent earlier. So one of these is mine, and one of these is yours. So let's look at the output preview. And this is Grackle. And let's turn off the black plate here. And let's look at output preview. And we'll go back to the Grackle here. So you see how that looks. And then if we do the same thing here, let's close this, come back to our output preview, turn off our black. This looks a little bit better. So let's turn on the black plate. See how much stronger that looks? Looks well defined. And if we look at this one, with our coded Fogra 39, where am I going here? There we go. So, looks pretty good. So that is basically what we did, and it helps make the work a bit more printable. So I will go ahead and we'll close this. We'll call this Acrobat Pro. And then I'll send you a copy of it. Thanks. Bye.